is I will send a request for proper use of the yappers. So, shing. Oh, you see that? You see that? So simple. But I recommend using it with some fake ones because if you drop it on your toe, you'll be like, whoa. Right? So, anyway, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. How about the to the throat, to the gut? And then how about this one? Ping, 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 ping. Right? I think that's why some of them forms too, they'll be like, huh, huh, with the fingers because they're not showing you the knives. They don't get me wrong, poking people in the eye is great. And there are some people who can supposedly, I've never witnessed it, pierce a tree trunk with their fingertips. And I've seen this dude where all these fingers were the same length from boom, boom, hitting a tree. And when I was like, what are you trying, what are you showing us? He was teaching us this form, right? I forgot how it goes, but at the end of the day, you know, you would catch somebody's arm, you'd catch their hand with your elbow, boom. And then while you're here, your elbow is into your hip, you find their ribs and you boom, shoot through. And I was like, shoot through? What are you gonna do with that, right? And he came and he just tickled my ribs and it felt like rocks. It felt like if he wanted to reach in and snatch my soul, he could have. So don't disrespect it. I've seen some incredible shit over there. But these, did you see how slick that was? You didn't even see me switch it, right? And then you could be right here, you could be like, oh yeah, yeah. Boom! Right? I mean, you're sitting here taking heads off. Boom, boom, boom. And a shot from one of these, one punch from one of these, bow! It's gonna open your hook. If it doesn't bust your orbital or crack your dome open, that's where some of those haymakers come in. That boom, 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 boom. You know, and even if you sat here and you did the old Queen of Mogsbury, you know, hoo hoo, boof, 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 boof. I mean, that's gonna mess you up. And then you got a lot of protection because keep in mind you're potentially close quarter fighting here, right? And then there's a little bit more room now. Mm-hmm. Merry Christmas. Shing, 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 shing. Who knows? You know, don't stab yourself in the hand because, you know, go figure. The first time I was trying to show off, I stabbed myself right in the fucking hand. You know, that happens. But, you know, that's nothing. I could have opened somebody up even with a missing finger. It is what it is. Now, I would come over here and be like, but I'm trying to keep an edge on my blades. That's what you use plastic blades for. These aren't even sharpened, and they will still open you up. And so, you know, I got a few little nicks from past battles, right? No, but you know, just things to think about. You know, in my opinion, like praying mantis, that's what all, you know, boom, 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 boom. You know, and there's a part in the form where you come in, you deliver a punch and a chop, right? You'll be like this. You'll be all chop, punch, chop, punch. Great, right? Well, then I thought about it. Chop, punch, chop, punch. Could it be? Could it be? I don't know, right? Southern fist, you know, there'll be a lot of that. There's a, well, I'm not even going to go through it, right? I've got some other videos where I kind of show some stuff, you know, who knows what it is. Boom, 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 right? But, you know, again, you'll see this a lot of the time where they'll be like, in my opinion, you got somebody from the back who's grabbing you, and you go back, because if you're lucky, you know, I mean, anybody choking you, they're going to try and tuck their head. They're going to be on you tight, right? So when you go back for the eyes, that's what the fingers are out for, right? You're going for the eyes. And then if you're lucky, they lift their head back and they leave their ribs exposed. Pow! And that's where the elbows come in, right? And then the guy in the front's coming. And maybe you, boom, You hit them. But let's say you have knives. Well, that's a little different now, right? Now you're same thing. And this to the eye, the edge of that, you're done. Just a little bit of contact is ruining your world, right? So of course they're gonna try and dodge that. And as soon as they try to evade the up top, whoa, fish fillet, right? And then boom. And I think that's why you do it 3 times. Because let's say you miss the first time, you stab him once, and he's got enough adrenaline going, or he doesn't really feel it. So you do it again. Ah. And then, now you come in with the haymaker, the block, the elbow strike. Boom. You know, the 1-2, 1-2. Whoa. Right? But what do I know? I'm just a freaking white guy. I'm not Asian. I'm Caucasian. Your wife loves me.